So as of now we have covered the Gauss-Seidel, okay, Gauss-Seidel load flow method and Newton-Raphson load flow methods, and in this again we have seen two methods, polar form and rectangular form. Polar form and rectangular form. Now next we will be going to decoupled load flow and fast decoupled load flow. Okay, load flow. And also there is one more DC load flow, but I think it is not there in your syllabus. If time permits, I'll also cover this one, but these are the load flow methods, right? Now I just wanted to again go back to the very basic discussion. See, load flow studies is a steady state analysis. This is the first point. What is it? It is a steady state analysis, not a dynamic or a transient analysis. Okay, it is not a dynamic or a transient analysis, it is just a steady state analysis. And what we are going to find out the solution? Only at a given time, at a given moment, we are trying to find out the bus voltages. Once I have the bus voltages, then I can derive the line flows, line power flows and network losses. That is how I can look I can understand about the network condition, present moment condition, what is the situation of my condition. But that will not serve my complete goal as a system engineer. What I want to study is, for a given 24-hour load pattern, I just wanted to run my load flows at different varying load intervals like this. It is clear that my system is more severely stressed at these peak loads, right? And I just wanted to know at this condition, at this severely loaded condition, how my line flows exist and what are my bus voltages. See, as a system health point of view, or security point of view, or health point of view, what are my two conditions or constraints? Line flows should be less than its capacity, and bus voltages should not deviate more than some prescribed value, 5% or whatever may be, right, of rated voltage. My bus voltages should not deviate more than this prescribed rated value. If any of these two conditions are violating, then my system health is deteriorating. That is what I want to judge, and accordingly I have to bring back my system back to the normal condition by putting some constraints on the generation side or some load side. I want to either discard some loads, or I want to ask the generators to pump in more power, something like that. I will be taking some other decisions, right? So that my system is always healthy and they maintain these two constraints always satisfied. Okay, so for this what I have to do is, I have to run my load flows continuously for about suppose 1 minute once or 5 minutes once, like that. Okay, so this requirement led to study all these load flow studies. Now if I only focus on these two, that is Gauss-Seidel and Newton-Raphson method, I say these two load flows are exact load flow methods or accurate load flow methods. Okay, and normally these two load flows give their what do you say, their characteristics. I am talking about now their characteristics. These two load flows, they give accurate solution. Accurate solution means bus voltages will be exact, correct, once the solution converges. And from there, if I find out the line flows and line flows and network losses, all are accurate, very close to the actual values at that moment. These two methods gives me the same type of accuracy, and that is why I say them the accurate load flow or exact load flow methods. But the purpose is I need to run the load flows very frequently, because my network is very large in size, having many thousands of buses. The load flow solution, it is very difficult to converge within this time. Okay, so that is why the researchers, what they have done is they try to approximate some few things in the network, and they formed new load flows methods. These are approximate load flow techniques. What they have done, to reduce the time, to reduce the execution time, they have approximated few things, and these approximation led to decoupled load flow method. Further 2 or more approximation led to the fast decoupled method, and again further few more approximation led to DC load flows, like that. And each load flow, this load flow is faster than these two load flows, this load flow is faster than all the above load flows, and this load flow is not an iterative method, it is just one step solution. DC load flow, it is not an iterative method, but it is just a one step solution, and it is very fast, but it is having so many approximations. We are neglecting so many things and trying to focus on only one aspect. Okay, so this is how these are called accurate load flow solutions, and these are the approximate load flow solution. And if I talk about bit more about these two accurate load flow solutions, they are actually used for planning purposes. Suppose I want to I want to study my network for future requirements, and I want to add few new lines for the existing system. If I want to add new lines, then I have to study what is my future demand might be, and based on this demand, how the line flows will be in the existing network, and what are the violating conditions, which are the buses and which are the lines are going to more stressed, and I have to come up with some new lines which will satisfy the new future demand. Okay, so that is the planning purpose. What are they? Gauss-Seidel and Newton-Raphson are accurate load flow solution. And whereas if I come to approximate, that is decoupled load flow, fast decoupled load flow, and DC load flow, these particularly more about these two, not this one. This is higher, more advanced. Decoupled and fast decoupled is more advanced than the decoupled one. These two methods are used for real system operation, real time system operation, to take decisions in real time based upon the network condition. In terms of security condition, I have to take some immediate decision so that my system may not be blocked out, right? So that is why they need to approximate and solve the load flow solution for the very large network very quickly. Also further, if I divide the load flows, now what all these load flow studies and all that I am talking about is the transmission line load flow studies. Transmission line or the network, what is a transmission line network? Load flow studies. And these transmission lines are almost, we assume they are balanced in nature, and we can represent the network in single phase model, single phase line diagram. Okay, nowhere we take three phase system representation and do the load flow studies. We assume that this is a balanced in nature and we take only single phase representation of the network, right? So these all load flows, Gauss-Seidel, Newton-Raphson, and all these load flows, they are talking about only transmission network. But we also have the distribution network. Majority in cases this is unbalanced in nature. And we need to adopt a three-phase model of load flow studies. Now we are not having this in our syllabus. There are methods which take three-phase modeling of the distribution network and solve the network solution, right? So there are methods, forward and backward load flow techniques. There are methods you will be learning somewhere in MTech or when you go for PhD in power system. Okay, so I am giving just a brief idea about you have such type of load flows for the unbalanced network conditions as well. Okay, so how many load flows are there? Load flows, you can divide balanced load flows for transmission network and unbalanced load flows for distribution network. But now we are only focusing on balanced load flows, that is for only transmission network.